And welcome, sports fans, to today's Roundtable. And we're coming up on a few days before Christmas, and you know what that means. We've got Christmas tournament basketball throughout Southeast Missouri. We'll be looking forward to it once again here in Southeast Missouri. We've got the Bloomfield Christmas tournament coming up, which of course we'll be covering live, all 26 games from Bloomfield, starting the day after Christmas, the 26th, going through the 29th, Wednesday through Saturday. So look forward to a great Christmas tournament once again this year. We'll be talking about that among other Christmas tournaments taking place in the area. So stick around for that in just a moment. Also, we'll have a holiday video from the Southeast Missouri State Athletic Department later on. It's pretty funny. You'll get a kick out of that one later on. And also, we'll be talking about some state rankings for this week for both boys and girls basketball, as well as the SEMO Sports Zone SEMO 25 putting out its first poll this week. So we'll take a look at that later on as well. And there was some basketball here in the last few days, so let's go ahead and touch on those games that took place over the past few nights. And we'll start out. Let's start out with the Lady Royals Classic over in Twin Rivers taking place, and it was Dexter defeating Clearwater in the semifinals a few nights ago, 80-24. And Dexter's in the finals that will be taking place today. They're in Twin Rivers. And in the other games in the semifinals, Neelyville defeats New Madrid County Central in an upset, seed-wise anyways. Neelyville defeating New Madrid County Central 76-57. Neelyville, the third seed, defeating the second seed handily. They move on to the championship game, which will take place tonight at 7:30 at Twin Rivers High School. So Dexter blowing through this tournament. I don't think they've had a game within 60 points, but might have a tougher opponent with the Neelyville Lady Tigers tonight there in Twin Rivers. And in other games in the fifth place bracket, we have Naylor over Kennett in the fifth place semifinals, 45-35. They'll advance to the fifth place game as they will take on Twin Rivers in that fifth place championship today at 4:30 at Twin Rivers. And the other game in the third place bracket, that'll take place tonight at 6 o'clock between Clearwater and New Madrid County Central. So those are the games to look forward to today at Twin Rivers. And as I was going to get to, I thought there would have been a consolation game there. That's a Greenville over Charleston, 70-63. Greenville Lady Bears over the Charleston Lady Blue Jays, 70-63. And was that the consolation championship? Semifinals. Okay, it's the semifinals, and the other semifinal, it was Zenith Huntersville over Chaffee, 81-64, and that sets up the consolation championship between Greenville and Zenith Huntersville today at 3 o'clock. So 4 games slated there in Twin Rivers today at Rosalie for the final day of the Lady Royals Classic. And in other games to report on from the last few days, last night Notre Dame defeated Kennett 63-49, and it's kind of a good test for the Kennett Indians playing in the SEMO, or playing a SEMO conference opponent, and just come up a little short. Kennett Indians did last night up there in Notre Dame. Notre Dame, a younger bunch this year, don't have a whole lot of size, but a younger up-and-coming bunch. Nice showing last night against the Kennett Indians, and Kennett going into this Christmas tournament with a loss. So certainly don't want to go into that tournament with a loss, but they're still in good shape coming in as that number 1 seed, and we'll talk about that Christmas tournament coming up in just a moment. And in other games, we have Crothersville over Malden from Thursday night, a game we had on SEMOSportsZone.com with a live webcast, and it was Crothersville over Malden, 73-67. Close game between those two. Crothersville had a 18-point lead at one point, but Malden really scrapped their way back. Scrappy bunch there, Malden, and they fought their way back to 6 and just couldn't get any closer than that. But a good game between those two in that Boot Hill Conference matchup. And Campbell defeated Naylor Thursday night, 61-51. And also we have Oran over Kelly, 64-30. And Leopold defeating Bloomfield, 66-46. And those wraps up the games from the last few days here in Southeast Missouri. So that pretty much wraps up the games going into the Christmas tournaments. And let's go ahead and take a look at those Christmas tournament brackets. The Christmas tournament in Bloomfield, which we'll be covering here on YHC Channel 21, as well as online at SemoSportsZone.com. Top seeded Kennett for the fourth straight year. They'll come in as for the third time, they'll come in as the defending champion. Three-time defending champion Kent Indians will take on the 16th seed Richland Rebels with the first game Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. So be sure to tune in or attend at 10 o'clock. At 11:15, we'll have second-seeded Bernie taking on 15th-seeded East Prairie, third-seeded Haytide taking on 14th-seeded Saxony Lutheran, 4th South Pemiscot versus 13 Puxico, 5th Twin Rivers versus 12 Dexter, 6 Holcomb versus 11 Van Buren, 7 Portageville versus 10 Donovan, 8 Malden versus 9 Bloomfield. So those are your first round matchups for the 2012 Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Catch it live right here on YHC Channel 21 as well as SemoSportsZone.com. We'll be covering all 26 games live here through YHC and SemoSportsZone.com. So be sure to tune in for that. Starting Wednesday morning, bright and early at 10 o'clock. A little later start this year. Make it easier on the teams getting there in the morning, so we surely appreciate that. So we'll get about an extra half hour, an hour of sleep, so we'll certainly take it. So be sure to tune in for that. Starting Wednesday. And upcoming in the Southeast Missourian Tournament up in Cape Girardeau in the Show Me Center, Charleston with the number 1 seed. They'll take on 16 Delta. 2 Cape Central taking on 15 Meadow Heights. 3 Notre Dame taking on 14 Bell City. 4 Scott County Central taking on 13 Woodland. 5 Jackson taking on 12 Kelly. 6 Leopold taking on 11 Oak Ridge. 7 Advance taking on 10 Chaffee. 8 Oran taking on 9 Scott City. And those are your first round matchups for the Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament in Cape Girardeau. And those are the games to look forward to starting the day after Christmas on the 26th. We'll certainly be looking forward to both of those tournaments, and we'll be covering the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament live. So be sure to tune in for those games starting the day after Christmas on the 26th. And we're going to take a break and be back with the SEMO Sports Zone SEMO 25 poll, the top 25 teams in Southeast Missouri in high school boys basketball. And also we'll be talking about the state rankings this week for the state of Missouri. We'll be back with those coming up.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
At Glen St. Kennett, we have a lot full of inventory and the best rebates of the year. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen St. We just want the opportunity to talk to you about your next car or truck. The rebates are the best of the year and interest rates the lowest to work with. It's a great time to buy, and our people are excited to help you make the right choice. We realize you have a lot of dealers to choose from, but I can assure you no one appreciates your business like we do. Glen St. Kennett, and God bless our troops.
When I was a kid, we didn't have all these wireless devices. We only had one computer plugged into the wall, and we were grateful.
Technology changes fast. Stay ahead with blazing fast internet speeds from New Wave Communications. New Wave delivers the internet with incredible speeds, up to 50 megabits per second. Pick the package that's right for you. New Wave, the area's fastest internet, period.
Kids today don't know how good they have it.
All right, now let's take a look at the SEMO Sports Zone SEMO 25 poll for boys basketball, the top 25 teams in Southeast Missouri. This is the first poll from SEMO Sports Zone, and top rank is Sykeston in Southeast Missouri, followed by Charleston, number 2, 3 Kennett, 4 Bernie, 5 Haytide, 6 Cape Central, 7 Poplar Bluff, 8 Leopold, 9 South Pemiscot, 10 Caruthersville. 11 Advance, 12 Scott County Central, 13 Jackson, 14 Clearwater, 15 Notre Dame, 16 Twin Rivers, 17 New Madrid County Central, 18 Holcomb, 19 Oran, 20 Portageville, 21 St. Vincent, 22 Malden, 23 St. Genevieve, 24 Neelyville, and 25 Oak Ridge. And teams on the bubble on the outside of the 25, looking at Donovan, Chaffee, Risco, Scott City, Bloomfield, and Van Buren. And that is your first SEMO Sports Zone SEMO 25 poll from SEMOsportszone.com. And those reflect the beginning of the week. Basically, that poll came out on Monday, and that'll change once again this coming Monday or Tuesday. So you'll see some changes in that poll, especially Kennett up there at that number 3rd ranking, losing to Notre Dame, which is down from that poll. See a little change in that poll for next week. So look forward to that. You can look at that at SEMOsportszone.com, as well as tune in for here on the Roundtable and for the Sports Zone throughout the week. And we'll have that for you, that SEMO Sports Zone SEMO 25 poll. Also, next week we're going to introduce the SEMO 10 poll for girls basketball, the top 10 poll for girls basketball here in Southeast Missouri. So we'll be unveiling that next week. And let's take a look at the rankings for state of Missouri in boys and girls basketball. We'll start with the boys in Class 1. South Iron still at number 1 in Class 1. 2, Drexel. 3, Glasgow. 4, Medville. 5, Eminence. 6, Fairplay. 7, North Andrew. 8, Leopold. 9, Bramer. And 10, Scott County Central. Move all the way down to number 10. I guess due to that loss to Advance maybe a few weeks ago. But they beat the top-ranked team in the state in Class 2, Billings, over last weekend. So that's why I'm a little confused why they moved down so much. So we'll look at Class 2 now. Billings there at number 1. 2, West Platte. 3, Bernie. 4, Iberia. 5, Salisbury. 6, Canton. 7, Sacred Heart. 8, Crane. 9, Advance. And 10, Gallatin. In Class 3, Madison Prep, number 1. 2, Maplewood, Richmond Heights. 3, Charleston. 4, John Burroughs. 5, Higginsville. 6, Fatima. 7, St. James. 8, Clever. 9, Stratford. And 10, Southern Boone. In Class 4, top rank is Sykeston still. 2, Lafayette out of St. Joseph. 3, Mexico. 4, Duchesne. 5, Westminster Christian. 6, Liberty North. 7, Republic. 8, Center. 9, Moberly. And 10, Hillsboro. In Class 5, top ranked is CBC, Christian Brothers College. 2, Nixa. 3, Lee Summit West. 4, Blue Springs South. 5, Hickman. 6, Desmet. 7, Parkview. 8, Rockhurst. 9, Liberty. And 10, Ladue. And those are your boys rankings for the state of Missouri for this week. And still got quite a few teams there in the top 10 here from Southeast Missouri. We saw South Pemiscot move out of the top 10. They were at number 9 last week and suffered a loss to Malden, so that bumps them out of the top 10. And that was, who was that moving in the top 10? Now in the Class 2, we had another one move into the top 10. And that was Advance. Advance moving into the top 10 this week at number 9. I thought Haytop would move in to that top 10. They had a few big wins here in the past week, and unable to get into that top 10 this week. Kind of surprises me, but still yet Advance, strong team up north there in Class 2, so they're deservingly in the top 10 as well. So two top 10 teams there. Bernie staying there in the top 5, and we'll see how that goes going forward here in the state of Missouri. Now let's move on to the girls' top 10 rankings for the state. And Walnut Grove at number 1 in Class 1. 2, North Mercer. 3, Wellington Napoleon. 4, North Andrew. 5, Marion County. 6, Chamois. 7, Montrose. 8, Wooblu. 9, Mound City. And 10, Dadeville. In Class 2, Sturgeon at number 1. 2, Crocker. 3, Silex. 4, Maysville. 5, Seymour. 6, Sparta. 7, Archie. 8, Maryville. 9, Crane. And 10, New Haven. In Class 3, Herman on top at number 1. 2, Ash Grove. 3, St. James. 4, Principia. 5, Trenton. 6, North Callaway. 7, Montrose City. 8, California. 9, Saxony Lutheran. And 10, Lutheran out of St. Charles. So Saxony Lutheran moves into that top 10 here from Southeast Missouri in Class 3. In Class 4, Incarnate Word at number 1, 2, Republic, 3, West Plains, 4, Sullivan, 5, Westminster Christian, 6, Pleasant Hill, 7, Miller Career, 8, Dexter, 9, Webb City, and 10, St. Charles. So Dexter retains their number 8 ranking this week in Class 4. In Class 5, St. Joseph's Academy at number 1, 2, Rockbridge, 3, Blue Springs, 4, Truman, 5, Nixa, 6, Ozark, 7, Ursuline, 8, Narix Hall, 9, Parkway South, and 10, Parkway North. And those are your girls' state rankings for the state of Missouri this week. And we'll take a break and be back with more coming up. Don't go away.
Let's talk about next year. This is the time of year to reflect on last season's crop and make decisions for next season. What mix of crops should you plant? Should you buy new equipment this year or get by another year with what you have? We'd like to help you make the financial side of your planning a little easier. Our ag department knows agriculture and they're local.
Stop by and see us
at First Midwest Bank.
With an interactive home security system from New Wave, your family comes home to peace of mind. Now we bring you the future of home security. Arm and disarm your system remotely from your office computer or iPhone. Even look in on family or pets with live video from inside your home. In an emergency, our 24/7 alarm monitoring responds with the help you need. Peace of mind wherever you are. Now available from New Wave Communications.
Welcome to NFL Total Access,
the show that takes you inside the locker room and down on the field. With inside access to all 32 teams all year long. NFL Total Access, Monday through Saturday, only on NFL Network.
NFL Network, where football season never ends.
And we had a good story this past week in Southeast Missouri. Jamie Massey of Holcomb becomes the all-time leading scorer at Holcomb High School, and I think he moved into first place with, I think maybe, was it just, I can't remember if it was just over 1,100 or over 1,300 points in his career, but nonetheless, he becomes the all-time leading scorer for the Holcomb Hornets, and a lot of season to go, so he's going to really put up a number for the Holcomb Hornets this year as the all-time leading scorer, which is going to be very hard to be broken. You've certainly got to put in, 4 years of varsity basketball, such as Massey. He's been playing at the varsity level since his freshman year and putting up big numbers as well. So congratulations to Jamie on a great season so far, as well as the all-time leading scorer mark at Holcomb. So wish the best of luck to him and his future. Jamie Massey from Holcomb. And let's take a look at some upcoming televised games here on YHC. The next ones we've got upcoming is the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, but we'll be replaying the Crothersville and Malden game today at noon at 6:30 on YHC. It's already uploaded and able to view at CMOSportZone.com, so be sure to log on there. You can catch that online as well. And the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, the 26th through the 29th, all 26 games live here on YHC Channel 21 and CMOSportZone.com. Look forward to that. And then after Christmas, we'll have our first girls game at Dexter, Farmington at Dexter live on Thursday the 3rd. Malden at Clarkton on January 4th on Friday. And another girls game, Dexter at Kennett. We'll look to do that one live on TV and online, January 7th on Monday. Bloomfield at Dexter on Tuesday the 8th. And that'll be live as well. And another girls game, Malden at Kennett, Thursday the 10th. We'll look to do that one live on TV and online as well. So those are the games to look forward to upcoming here on YHC and CMOSportZone.com. And we've got a nice video lined up for you from Southeast Missouri State Athletic Department and their personnel. So let's take a look at that, and we'll be back with more coming up.
My favorite holiday movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I like it because it provides some much needed enjoyment and laughter during the holiday season.
One of my favorite Christmas movies is Home Alone. When Home Alone came out, I was about the same age as Kevin McAllister, and I think it was every kid's dream to actually be Kevin and set up a little fun house in your own house and take out all the robbers. Second favorite movie is probably Die Hard.
My favorite holiday movie is A Christmas Story. It was always a family tradition to watch it on Christmas Eve.
My favorite holiday movie is the Muppet Family Christmas Special. I remember watching it as a kid. We had it taped on VHS, and I've watched it every year since it originally aired on television.
My favorite holiday movie of all time, this one's tough. Christmas Vacation, obviously, is a classic. That one comes to mind really quick, but as a kid, I used to love the movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Phil Hartman, and a guy who was awesome during kind of my generation in the younger years. Sinbad was his name. He was also in First Kid, so Jingle All the Way would have to be my favorite Christmas movie. It's a classic.
My favorite holiday movie is definitely Home Alone. Is that I watched it a lot when I was growing up, and when you're 8, 9, 10 years old, the scenes at the end when Mark and Harry are trying to break into Kevin's house are really entertaining, with Kevin defending them off with a BB gun, tar and nails, paint cans that he throws down at them. It's slapstick comedy, but when you're that young, that's the kind of thing you go for.
My favorite holiday movie is definitely National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's always been a family tradition to kick off the holiday season watching that movie the day after Thanksgiving. I just love that movie for a lot of different reasons. It's, number one, it's hilarious, and it really lines out the stress that goes along with the holiday season and puts it in a very good light. So I always enjoy the different parts of the movie, just with especially with the decorating of the house, with all the lights, because I really like to decorate our house, and not gonna lie, I've blown a few breakers with the different lights we've put up over the years, and the kids love it. So it's just a great movie, and definitely a good time to kick off the holiday season.
My favorite Christmas movie is Miracle on 34th Street, probably because they're romantic and me loves the way that the story ends, but it's also a great New York Christmas movie as well.
Probably my favorite would have to be How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Well, it sounds really cliche, it's kind of the classic, but for so many reasons that makes it my favorite, because it is a classic, it is something you grew up watching, but there is a really good meaning behind it. You know, there's a good story behind it, and how Christmas isn't all about presents, it's not about gifts, it's about spending time with the people that you love, your family, your friends, and things that money could never buy.
My favorite holiday movie is Christmas Vacation, because it's happy and I love to laugh. Merry Christmas.
My favorite Christmas movie is White Christmas, and just because it's a classic, Bing Crosby, it's great music.
You know, there's so many Christmas movies out there, it's tough to decide which one's my favorite. You know, you have Christmas Story, you have Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. I believe that's the name of that movie. But you know, my favorite is a relatively new one, which my family, especially my kids, love. It's Elf with Will Ferrell. It's straight comedy, but also you know, very close to the heart in terms of the Christmas spirit, and has a great story to it. So I would go with Elf. So if you have an opportunity to watch Elf, you know, over the next week, you know, go ahead, sit down with the family, loved ones, and you'll enjoy a great movie. So happy holidays, everyone, and have a great New Year.
And just to break it up a little bit there from the Southeast Missouri State Athletic Department, and just to give it a little holiday taste with the Roundtable today, just to break up some fun. Great movies out there. Christmas Vacation's the hard one to beat. Watched that the other night, and it never gets old. It's a great one. That Christmas Story too. Christmas Eve, I'm tuning in at TNT to Christmas Story. That's a great one as well. So it's certainly in the holiday season here, and only a few days away. So we'll be enjoying that here in just a few days. And let's take a look at some football games to look at for this weekend. We got even a game Saturday night, and you look forward to the Falcons taking on the Lions Saturday night. And also this Sunday we've got the Vikings at the Texans, and Adrian Peterson for the Vikings closing in on the single season record, rushing record set by Eric Dickerson years ago. I think he's 294 yards away from the record and only 2 games remaining, but he's certainly capable of pulling that off. And what a season he's had. He's certainly an MVP candidate, probably the leader at this point due to the season he's having, approaching that single season rushing record. And it was just last season in I think the 15th game for the Vikings, he tore his knee to shreds, tore his ACL, and certainly a horrific injury, but come right back, didn't miss 1 game this year, and having an MVP caliber season there in Minnesota. So we'll see how that plays out tomorrow in Houston. And in other games, the Rams taking on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, the Redskins at the Eagles, Saints at the Cowboys, Bengals at the Steelers, Titans at the Packers, Chargers at the Jets, the Giants at the Ravens, and a big NFC West matchup, the 49ers at the Seahawks for Monday Night Football. Should be a good one out west there on Monday night. So those are the games to look forward to this weekend in NFL football. And the bowl season is underway for college football, and we'll certainly be looking forward to that national championship game between Notre Dame and Alabama, and probably about 3 to 4 weeks now. It takes a while. Long bowl season in college football. And we'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about SEMOSportZone.com. I know you're probably aware of it, but we're going to show it to anyone out there that's not familiar with it and what all is available at that sports site from here in Southeast Missouri. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with that coming up.
Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance is celebrating our 100th year. We started protecting rural farmers way back in 1910, insuring folks no one else would. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance has been a family business for 4 generations, and we continue that tradition today, providing solid home, farm, and commercial insurance at very competitive rates. When the ice storm hit us, we were out there with you. All of our claims were processed within days, and we will continue to provide the best coverage and the best service for the next 100 years. Southeast Missouri Mutual Insurance, a century of service.
I wanna stay connected to you. I like the way you do what you do. Alright, okay, you're fine.
Call Audubell Hearing Center at 1-800-499-8786 or visit one of our locations in Dexter and Poplar Bluff, Missouri today.
In addition to unlimited calling, New Wave telephone users have a wide range of great phone features available. And now with the help of New Wave Internet, they're even easier to use thanks to our convenient online phone manager. Just log on to your MyWave portal. Now phone features like call forwarding can be set up instantly from any computer. Reliably activate or deactivate your call forwarding, and even set your home phone to ring once when a call is forwarded. Home telephone service made even better with New Wave Communications. Call today.
And before we go today, we want to remind you of SEMOSportZone.com, a new website concentrating on Southeast Missouri sports, and you can go there and get the local scores, local updates, as well as local games that are here on YHC that are uploaded online. As you see there, as you go to SEMOSportZone.com, and you see many links up there along the top, the scores, different sports updates, rankings, the SEMO Sports Zone rankings, as well as state rankings, and the videos. You can go there and watch the latest videos that we've done here at YHC, such as games and the Roundtable episodes. You can watch all of those, and as you scroll down there, you get all the tournament updates, the brackets, and right there, as we see here, the Sports Roundtable is live on the website right now, as you see there, as we're scrolling down on the website, and you go down and you can see our Twitter and Facebook feeds. So be sure to like us, or like the SEMO Sports Zone on Facebook as well as Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. give you all the updates there on the social media. And on the bottom left hand, go down there again, and you'll see the Sports Zone report there in the left corner. That's the Sports Zone each weekday that we do on YHC. You can catch that each day, so if you want any updates through video of Southeast Missouri sports happenings, be sure to watch that video each day. And along the left side, you'll see some links there, such as links to buy DVDs. The Q's Corner, Travis Coterminous providing a column each week on Southeast Missouri sports, as well as the rankings and the scores links as well. And be sure to go to that site, check it out, and that's where we'll have the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, all 26 games. You can go to that site, watch it online from anywhere in the world, online. And Rick, go to the videos page, if you will. Once you click on that videos page, you can watch broadcasts that we've done here at YHC throughout the year. You see all the Roundtable episodes there on the left, and all the basketball broadcasts that we've done there on the right. As you see the latest one, Crothersville and Mullen from Thursday night, going back to all the games that we've done so far this year, all the Roundtable episodes as well. So it's basically a nice yearbook for Southeast Missouri sports when it comes to broadcasts here in Southeast Missouri, as well as our Roundtable episodes each weekend. So be sure to look at that page as well throughout the year. So we'll be providing more content to that page, as well as the site CMOSportZone.com throughout the year. So be sure to tune into that. Check it out, CMO's Online Sports Connection, CMOSportZone.com. And that's all we've got for you today. And we're going to wrap her up. And be sure to enjoy your Christmas. Be sure to be careful if you're going to be traveling over the weekend and leading up to Christmas. And we'll look forward to seeing you Wednesday morning, bright and early at 10 a.m., getting underway with the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, live from Bloomfield here on YHC Channel 21 and CMOSportZone.com. You can also tune in at YHCTV.com, and we'll have it all for you here on YHC and CMOSportZone.com. And until then, I'm Tyler Wagner. Have yourself a great holiday, Christmas, and we'll see you Wednesday morning. Take care.